Number one, is that spelled correctly? There's usually a Y-E-N.
That's what I was thinking too, but that's what they put in the confirmation too, I think, so.
What would do you want something?
Yes, Judge. We wanted a bond on him. I believe it's a 1997 warrant. So I'm a bit.
He's here if we want to bring
He is
him
in the
in.
back.
Please.
So I did want to see. I asked him to agree on the bond. They are not because of his criminal history. He's got criminal history that dates 20 years back. I don't believe he's got anything current as of 10 years. So this is a warrant out of New York.
Yes.
30-year-old warrant. So
He's literally he's been on that. The warrant is truly 30 years old. Really? Is that old?
1997.
Yes, Judge.
What,
You're not ready for this one. A 30-year-old warrant, parole confusion, judges dropping truth bombs, and defendants one bad choice away from everything crashing down. This courtroom is about to show you how fast life flips and why one signature, one mistake, or one lie can change your future forever. Lock in because it only gets heavier from here.
Great.
from him?
No, from I believe. Shh. Something.
Wow. So it's a burglary, it's an assault, it's a robbery, and a possession of a weapon. Okay, I guess let's talk to him when he comes out, you know?
1997 New York, Judge.
Is that what was happening in 97? I thought New York was dangerous, but shit. Do you want to do a name change, Katie, or no?
I don't want to.
For the fugitive case, Judge?
No.
This is spelled Nguyn, and there's always an E.
I don't think we would need one for the fugitive case.
Okay, I don't know. I'm just.
I can look at the warrant and double check.
Good morning, Ms. Nguyen.
Good morning, sir.
Mr. Nguyen, you're wanted out of the state of New York for a host of charges, specifically for a burglary, an assault, a robbery, and a possession of a weapon.
He did do parole. He was out on parole about 10 years ago on these cases. So once again, we're not sure.
Wait. That may change things. If he's out on parole, then, hold on.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. But if he's out on parole, Katie, there may be a pre-signed waiver.
He completed parole.
Judge, let me check. I'm not seeing that we have a pre-signed waiver,
Have you?
but I think that, Amy, you had some contact with the jurisdiction?
Yeah, so Manhattan County reached out to us this morning. They were asking if we had the waiver or refusal for him yet. They didn't indicate to me whether this was a probation or a parole. I can reach back out to them to see. Yeah.
That's really important.
I'll do that.
He couldn't have completed because there's a warrant. There would be no warrant if he completed parole.
In as much as
Something must have happened, Mr. Nguyen.
Can I say something now?
But don't talk about the case in general, but just,
Can I say something?
there's a warrant for a reason.
Can I say something, please?
Of course.
I used to live in Brooklyn. I committed crime and I lose. When I'm 16, 17, I don't speak English that much, so they send to me whatever they send to me. They send me to Rock Island, and they send me to upstate. And they just say like burglary, on robbery, some kind of stuff like that. But I do not speak English that much at that time because I came United States when I'm 14, and 5 years later I got arrested. So I basically understand a little bit, not that much. So when I go to court, they just do whatever they want to do. They don't tell me nothing. The case, they just say you got arrested, you got robbery, burglary, something like that. But I do not understand like that right now. So basically, after I finish, after they tell me that, they send me Rock Island. Or Rock Island, they send me upstate. So I do 5 years. First, I do five years.
Okay.
And I see the parole.
Okay.
Parole, keep it 2 more years. And I finished 7 years, and I went home. And then I went home. I do first. I went to live in Long Island first, and then I still go see a parole in New York, right? And then my parents live in Houston, Texas, so I asked for my paper in transfer to Houston, Texas.
Okay.
So I've complete my parole, everything, and the opening.
What year?
No. So you may have tried to transfer it. Perhaps it never transferred and you just came down here and never
No.
finished the transfer. I don't know.
No, I'm not the people do for me. That's why I'm allowed to transfer to.
Yeah,
Maybe there's an issue with.
there has to be some kind of issue.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
I don't think we have enough information to do anything right now. What I need for them to do is reach out back to New York to figure out why the warrant was issued. Is it a parole violation?
So I got parole violation one time. I went home, I work, and I got violation one time. I went to work and they picked me up of garbage. What's that? Angleton over there. And I stand in front of the judge. The judge said, "What you do? Why you don't parole?" I said, "I'm working." So he said, "So show me your work." So I work. I bring all my paper, tag paper. I showed him. So
He's still on parole.
No. Can I say something?
Yeah. Go ahead.
He sent me to immigration. Immigration. They're coming out. I still do parole. I still finish. I have the letter over there.
Let's do this. Let's do
We need to
this.
find out more.
Yeah.
I'd like to roll it.
But no, that's too sorry. That's too sorry.
No, I get you. We just need them to.
So let's do this.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to roll it to tomorrow because it's already nearly 12 o'clock. I want to give them time to look into it, to see what New York has to say. A lot of times when you get on parole, you sign a document that's a pre-signed waiver, meaning that you already agree to waive extradition if this happens. We need to know if that has happened and if you have signed that, because if you have, I cannot give you a bond. Even if I wanted to give you a bond, I cannot give you one because there's a waiver that's already been signed.
What does that mean, waive, sir?
I'll let Ms. Oko explain that to you in back because I got a lot of people waiting.
Yes, sir.
But regardless, I'm not ready to do anything today.
Yes, sir.
I need more information from the prosecutors.
Can I say last thing before I go?
Sure.
What I do is, what happened is I finished parole, everything. I get the letter from Albany, say I'm complete to Albany State in New York. That all the paper go to Albany.
But something must have happened.
Something, we need to figure it out.
Yes, I got the letter, everything. They send me letter, everything.
And Judge, I would just add that, I mean, at least from what I'm seeing when I run him, which I'm a little hesitant, but like there's like multiple states with like criminal histories that's like very extensive, that's more than just New York. And so we would also have to try to like.
Okay, I guess just take your time, find out, and then we'll regroup tomorrow.
Get all his 20 years back. There's nothing going.
I get it, but I just want to know if there's a pre-signed waiver. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right, thanks, sir.
Okay, of course, Mr. Wayne. Please. All right, thank you, Amy. You were charged of driving while intoxicated, second offense. You are facing up to a year in jail and/or a $4,000 fine. You know, you just heard what I said to this other gentleman here. Life doesn't get easier. It gets a lot more difficult the older you get. And when you start racking up convictions, all you're doing is you're making the life even just more difficult. If you have a drug and alcohol problem, there are ways to address it. But when you endanger other people's lives, you may end up digging a hole that's so deep you will never crawl your ass out of it. And you'll be stuck like Chuck in custody for the next 40 years. It happens time and again. If you don't believe me, watch the news. Every single day, someone dies from a DWI in our county. Yesterday, a construction worker. Take an Uber. It's extremely easy. They make it so easy that all you literally have to do is push one button. Because I'm going to tell you now, with your history, if you ever get pulled over and an officer smells anything funky, you're going to go down. And this time, it's out of my hands. From now on, you're in felony court. You're 2 to 10 at the penitentiary. Even the faintest smell of alcohol. Do you understand, Mr. Jaggers?
Yes, sir.
Somehow we have to get through to you. Hopefully it doesn't take the fact that you sit there charged with a 5 to life case because you've done something that just can't get a clue. You give up a lot of rights by entering this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, these will go on your record. 1 and 1 are 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. A third, you're looking at 2 to 10 at the penitentiary. Do you understand?
Sir,
The rest of your life. What are you, 32 right now?
31.
31. You're going to be driving for the next 40 years. How do you plead to the offense of second offense driving while intoxicated? I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to sentence you to 330 days in jail. I'll give you credit for the 113 days that you've done. I am going to suspend your license for 1 year. Do not drive until you get a license. What do you do for a living, Mr. Jaggers? How much money do you make a month?
0 right now.
I'm appointed to this case, Judge.
So you're working for free? For what?
Yes.
I don't know. Well, why would we reward him? He was to obtain a device he just never did.
He doesn't have a vehicle, Your Honor. I was notified by pretrial yesterday that there was this BVR. Talked to Mr. Jaggers about it. He didn't have a vehicle, and by his account, that didn't have a vehicle. He didn't know what to do. But he's here today.
So you just do whatever you want? I mean, this is continue to happen over and over and over. I mean,
He spent, better part of 4 months, 3 months in jail, awaiting resolution of this case. He has done that time, Your Honor. He's working now. I really believe that to help him get better, he needs to put this behind him and get started with a new phase of his life.
Mr. Jaggers, I'm going to waive the court costs and I'll waive the DPS fine and surcharge. Just take a damn Uber, man. It's not hard. One button on your phone. All this could be avoided by hitting one button on your phone. All right. Good luck.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay.
From decades-old warrants to brutal wake-up calls, this courtroom proves one thing: accountability never expires. Some people get second chances. Others learn the hard way that the system remembers everything. What moment hit you the hardest? And do you think these judges are being fair or too forgiving? Drop your take below. And if this breakdown kept you hooked, tap like, subscribe, and stay sharp. More real courtroom moments coming next.
Your mom?
I am.
How are you?
Good morning.
Thank you so much for coming today.
Appreciate you for having me.
Mr. Hall, so with the 4 open cases, you're lucky to be out. You really need to listen to mom so that a 5th case doesn't occur. It's not going to go well if you pick up a 5th one. Do you understand?
You have to excuse me, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
They're trying to do 2 medicines on him. And it doesn't have him here with us, if it makes sense. He's listening, but it has him, if you speak, he's dragging. And I'm okay with that because I can control what's going on. As I was there, I work in the I work in conjunction with the one day the sheriff department. And I work with the homeless. I came out of engineering because he taught me 2 things. I have to pay attention to what's going on at home and not just give love to people on the street. It makes sense, right?
That's great. That's wonderful.
done my homework recently, these big last two situations. His grandmother and his grandfather is villain, they had mental ideations as well, so it triggers, mom says, be careful who you choose, but we can't be careful who you choose, right?
Right.
That was lives. So I'm holding on gracefully to this. You have to excuse my appearance, I've been in cold gray.
Oh, please, you look great. But my concern is that please tell me he's living with you?
Yes.
Wonderful. Okay.
As I said, I'm bringing paperwork together to get custodial.
Guardianship. Okay.
To get him placement to save it.
You know, I'm happy to, whatever you need, we're happy to give you. You know, we have a lot of resources here that we can always, try to help you with,
Appreciate you.
all you need to do is ask, if you need tablets, cell phones. We can also do evaluations to see, how we go forward. So I'm all ears and I'm with you, whatever you want, whatever conditions you think are appropriate, we can put on it.
We just had an evaluation on the,
Is mom's the CW in the cases? Or,
So Judge, these are old cases from what I remember, 2022,
So
failed
the-
ID, the trespass.
well, we have one terroristic threat of a peace officer or a judge. Is that right?
okay, this is what happened.
No, don't. I just,
We just did a psych evaluation
okay.
and we were in the room. I hope I.
No, let's not, don't. It's,
I'll talk about that right now.
yeah, that's something that we can do later, but at this time, I will leave him in your care, your, whatever you need, we're here to help you out with. The only thing I'm gonna ask is just you guys, just please stay in touch with Kavita. She will help you out. And I just don't want a fifth case, that's it. I'm with you. So how long do you want to set it out, Kavita?
I think maybe a 6-week, the evaluation, all the medical together and talk.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna waive his appearance. That way he doesn't have to waste his time coming to court, but just be nice. Self-control. All these cases are because of no self-control. You get upset and you wake out. But think, it's okay. We all get angry. We all do. But just think before you act. Think before you speak. That's it. Listen to mom. If you ever need anything, come back and I can help you out with whatever you need. Just say the word. Okay?
Judge, in regards to bond conditions, how did you want to handle that?
So the bond conditions that I'd like, it just, no contact with ever the terroristic threat cases and just no weapons. That's all I would like. It's not, my concern is that it was a healthcare provider, because that's what I was thinking. Is that someone that he's currently seeing? Do you know? Alex, who in the
Oh, in the
most recent case, who's the complaining witness?
most recent case, let me see. It says the reporting party.
Oh, that case is upstairs. It's not even with us. I'm
That's all,
sorry.
Your Honor.
So disregard it. I thought it was with us.
Yes, Judge.
So the only condition is just no weapons. That's it. Okay. And just stay in contact with your lawyer. Okay. Absolutely. Mr. Halsell, good luck, bud. All right. Okay. Thanks, committee.
Thank you, Judge. May you be excused?
This is Mr. Riley.
Yep.
Riley, last time he was here, Your Honor asked him to
Mr. Vaughn?
do some employment, which he's done. I've got proof of that.
Okay.
Schooling, I spoke to his mother and his aunt, and the issue there is, he doesn't like the school he's zoned to. It's not a great, fit for him. And so he's trying to get with the aunt, and there's just some logistical issues. But I spoke to both the individuals, and I mean, he's making good faith efforts to do it. He's just has not yet.
Is he here?
Yeah, he's here.
Okay. Ridley, come up. Is mom here?
That.
Who's that?
I don't. Yeah.
I spoke to her last night and this morning, you know, to hear. And stuff like that. Oh, yeah.
Is that mom? Hey, mom, come on up.
Yes. So it's
Thank you so much for coming. It's great. So what's going on with Mr. Ridley now?
I haven't had a chance to do like the holiday work schedule, but he's looking for a job and I'm trying to get him make 2 steps.
So you're not doing anything now? You stay at home and do nothing?
I was.
He's looking for a job.
I got put like 3-4 applications in.
School is more important, Mr. Ridley. You need to get your education, man. You need a high school diploma. At worst comes to worst, we can give you paperwork so you can do the schooling at home and get your GED online at a minimum, and we can give it to you for free. But I mean, you're at home you're not working, you're not going to school, you're doing nothing to make life better for yourself. Life doesn't get easier the older you get. It gets more difficult. If you don't have a job, if you don't have an education, you will end up nowhere. And life sucks without money. Trust me. Do you understand? Hey, do you mind giving them the paperwork, please? We need to be somewhere, Mr. Ridley. I'm going to give you another couple weeks, 2.5 weeks. At the minimum, be enrolled to start working on your GED. Do you understand? I'm also going to drug test you. I'm not going to let you there's no smoking weed, none of this. Do you understand? If I find that you're using, I'm going to revoke your bond. I'm going to keep you. Do you understand? All right.
One other issue, Judge, we would request, the complainant has made contact with the DA's office and let her thoughts be known on the case in a RIP call. And so we request that the no contact be just brought down to no threatening, harassing.
Who is it?
It's a girlfriend situation, Judge. And I spoke to DV about it. He reviewed it and said he was going to leave notes, that they had no opposition to that.
Well, yeah, or even something else.
And yes, that is correct. The RIP does say no contact, so no threatening, harassing would be fine.
Okay. I will amend your bond condition, Mr. Ridley, to have no harassing contact with the complaining witness in this case. You're not to be in possession of any weapons. Do you understand? You need to start working on your education. Life doesn't get easier. Do you understand? That's my main concern. You graduate, you get your GED, we're all going to be jumping up and down because that's what you need. Without a high school diploma, you will literally make pennies when everybody else is making dollars. Do you understand? I'm bringing you back in 2 weeks. If you've done nothing, it's not going to go well. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, see you in 2 weeks. All right. Good morning, Ms. Arling. Sir, you were charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. Under due probable cause, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
On January 16, 2025 at 12:04 a.m., the officer observed a vehicle traveling the wrong way at Belfort Avenue in Harris County, Texas. A traffic stop was initiated, and the defendant, the driver, did not initially roll down his window. After multiple commands by the officers, the defendant finally rolled down his windows, and the officer observed the defendant to make further movements as if to conceal something. The defendant did not produce his driver's license, and the officer observed a strong odor of marijuana from the vehicle and his person. The officer observed the defendant to have a loaded firearm in his waistband, and the defendant stated he smoked earlier and was not the registered owner of the vehicle. The officer located in plain view, sticking out of the defendant's right pocket, a small package with training and experience is used to conceal marijuana. PC search was conducted, and the officer found 3.31 grams of marijuana under the driver's seat, and the defendant admitted the marijuana was his.
Arlene, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. If you run his license, see if he has.
Not eligible, Your Honor.
Okay. You are not allowed to drive. I am making that a condition of your bond. I don't care what's going on in your life. If you don't have a license and liability insurance, you are not allowed to drive. Do you understand? You will be signing a promise with me. But like I said, I don't care if there's a burning building and you have to save 50 people. If you don't have a license and insurance, do not drive. I'm gonna have you come up here, swear to us that you're not gonna drive. Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, Mr. Arlene? Okay, I'm gonna have you fill out an application. I need to know everything about you and I'll take a look to see whether you qualify. Don't pick up any new cases. Don't become a danger to my public, and above all else, do not drive. Do you understand? Okay, come on. Sir, you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
One moment, it's loading. Okay. On January 15, 2025, the officer was conducting surveillance in the Greenpoint area, and the officer was in an unmarked vehicle in an apartment complex and observed 18-year-old defendant join up with two other males, co-defendants. He had already witnessed using a firearm. The three males walked around the apartment complex together, and the officer witnessed the defendant being given the firearm and wave it around. The two other males encouraged the defendant to shoot the gun, and the officer did not see the defendant fire the weapon, and the officer maintained visual until the officers were able to detain all three defendants at a nearby gas station. The gun was found in the co-defendant's waistband, and all three individuals were placed in custody.
Mr. Savage, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to be in possession of any weapons. Do you understand? I'm also ordering you as a condition of your bond not to be in contact with any. Did anyone else get arrested in this case? Or is it just him? I'm ordering you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm sending you for a test right now. You're to come back. If you fail the test, if you fail to come back, I'm going to issue a warrant for your arrest. Do you understand?
Your Honor, there's a co-defendant in court 4. The cause number is 2547734.
You want to send it? Okay, so let's just do this for now. Go ahead, take a seat for me. We're going to transfer your case to the other court because that's where it belongs. Okay, please. And you are charged with driving while intoxicated. It's elevated to a Class A misdemeanor because of the high blow. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, man.
Yes, Judge. On January 16th, 2025 at 2:02 a.m., the officer was dispatched in an attempt to locate. The officer was advised the defendant's sister was concerned for her well-being after not hearing from her. The defendant's sister stated her last known location was the Den, a bar, where she got a flat tire. While searching the area, the officer located the defendant's vehicle at the entrance of the University of Houston, and a witness was flagged down to assist changing the defendant's flat tire. The witness stated he observed the defendant as the sole occupant of the driver's seat of the vehicle, and the surveillance video showed the defendant's vehicle in motion at the time the witness came into contact with the defendant. The defendant was identified with Texas driver's license, and the officer made contact and observed a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage, red, glossy, bloodshot eyes, and slurred speech. The defendant admitted to drinking a wine cooler earlier in the day, and standard fields of sobriety were conducted. The officer observed the defendant to be unsteady on her feet as she walked to the sidewalk, HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 5 out of 8, one leg stand 1 out of 4. The DIC was red and the defendant consented to breath. The results were 0.185 and 0.181.
And you're telling me there's video of her driving?
Yes, Judge.
Ms. Levy, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Have you run your license and any prior DWIs?
Driver's license is eligible and no priors, Your Honor.
Okay. I am ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. You will be randomly tested. If you consume alcohol or illegal drugs, I'm going to revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds. Do you understand, ma'am? Would you like to apply for a court-appointed lawyer? Okay, I'll give you an application. I'll take a look at your numbers, and if you qualify, we'll provide you a lawyer today. Okay, just everything's fine. Don't worry. Just be safe. Okay, just don't. Okay, I don't want to talk about the case. Let's have you fill out the application, then I'll have you talk to a lawyer today. Okay, ma'am? Please.
Right this way.
Sir, you're charged with evading arrest or detention. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On January 15th, 2025, the officer was dispatched to Texas Southern regarding a male on campus possibly carrying a firearm. The caller provided the name and dispatch ran through arms and located a recent picture and a trespass notice. The officer observed the defendant walk into the library, immediately walked out accompanied by a second black male, and the officer attempted to detain the defendant, and the defendant ran northbound, ran through an apartment complex. The officer drove through the complex and set up a perimeter and observed the defendant run out of the complex. The officer exited a marked patrol vehicle in full uniform, drew a duty weapon, and ordered the defendant to the ground. The defendant ignored the commands and continued running and was assisted to the ground by the officer. The defendant stated he ran due to being scared. The defendant evaded approximately 0.4 miles.
What was he doing wrong?
So there was a report of a possible firearm on campus, and the caller provided the name, and he was attempting to investigate that, and he was just trying to detain him to
They
investigate.
gave the description of him.
They just gave the name, and then they
A name
ran
of-
that through arms, and they found a picture of that person.
So the caller gave the name of Mr. Newman.
Yes, Judge. Gave Mr. Newman's name. The officer ran that name and found a picture, and then observed him leaving the library and attempted to detain him.
Yes.
And then he ran.
There was also a current trespass notice for the defendant as well.
Yes, Judge.
From TSU.
From the arms or TSU.
Yes, Judge. They found for TSU through arms.
Mr. Newman, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Let's do this. I'm going to appoint you a lawyer today because there's several things that we need to look at. So do you mind reaching out to the MAC for Mr. Newman? Mr. Newman, assuming we go forward with the case, you're not to be in possession of any weapons. Do you understand? I'm
Yes,
making
sir.
that a condition of your bond.
Yes, sir.
If I find that you have any weapons, I'm going to revoke your bond. I'm going to put you in jail.
Yes, sir.
Just all I want is my community to be safe. I'm not asking for much. You understand? Okay. I'm going to have you sign a reset with Victoria, then we'll have you take a seat in the jury box, sir. Okay?
Bennett?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now 21 cases. Just since 2020, possession 1 to 4, unauthorized use, possession 4 to 200, 21, evading arrest, felony theft, felony assault, felony possession of a controlled substance, possession of a controlled substance, possession of a controlled substance, now 24, possession of a controlled substance, possession of a controlled substance, assault, unauthorized absence from correctional facility, PCS, now 25, just in 25, PCS, unauthorized use, and now you have an evading arrest.
Those guys.
Stop. I didn't ask you to say anything. You missed court, and now you're here. If you ever miss court again, and let me tell you something, Mr. Price, I'm going to do everything in my power to protect my city at all costs. If I find that you are one iota of danger to it, it's really not going to go well for you. Do you understand me? You're now charged with evading arrest or jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
Thank you, Judge. On April 14th, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, an officer was patrolling the area of 999 Pasadena Boulevard, the Macro Plaza Mall. The mall is closed during the early morning hours when this incident occurred, and no maintenance or cleaning personnel were on scene. 999 Pasadena Boulevard is near 1202 Pasadena Boulevard, which the officer knows from training and experience to be a high drug area. The officer observed the defendant standing near a mechanical box on the side of the main building of 999 Pasadena Boulevard. The defendant looked at the officer, who was in a marked patrol unit, and began walking toward his bicycle, which was laying on the ground nearby. Due to the above circumstances, as well as defendant's suspicious behavior, the officer initiated a subject stop on the defendant due to reasonable suspicion. The officer activated emergency traffic lights and began sounding the siren. The defendant continued to ride his bicycle away from the officer, standing up on the seat of his bicycle to accelerate faster. The defendant eventually fell off the bicycle and continued to evade on foot until he fell in the roadway of the 900 block of Pasadena Boulevard. The defendant evaded the officer for approximately 736 feet.
The hell was he doing wrong? Riding a bicycle while white? He's not doing anything. Just presumptive police. No. Mr. Price, I'm going to find that there's no probable cause in your case today. We have enough death, dismemberment, and danger in our town as it is. Don't create any more. Be a good person. It's not hard. Get a job, do something with your life before something, or you end up with a 25-year sentence. It's lickety split. Something happens. Life is too short to end up in a 6x9 with a 25-year sentence. You know what I mean? Really. Please take a seat.
Good morning.
Ma'am, you're charged with assault, causing bodily injury. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 3 days in jail with credit for the 1 day that you've done. You need to understand that you're making a lifetime decision today where this assault is going on your record and it will be there for the rest of your life. You can never take it off. From now on, you'll be facing a minimum of 90 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. Do you understand?
I'm facing 90 days.
If you pick up any more cases,
Oh, yes, sir.
facing a minimum of 90 days in jail.
Yes, sir.
You're giving up the right to is this on doctor?
It's on target.
Giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization, you give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, you can never change this or undo this. Do you understand?
I do understand that.
This isn't like Target where you don't like it. Oh man, this is hurting. You can return it. No, once you plead guilty, it stays with you forever. You never change it. If you're not guilty, don't plead guilty. It's just that simple, really. Don't, because you'll always live with regret.
Sir, I was assaulted for.
Talking about that case, right? You're telling me that it's self-defense, then
A child a day?
Yeah.
She's gonna show up.
She will.
guys, I'm happy to give you more time to discuss it. Just, it's probably not best here. I live stream, so.
We will for tomorrow, Your Honor.
Sure.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Morning, Mr. Tolentino.
Morning.
So you're charged with illuminating an aircraft with a laser pointer. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. The agreement that you have worked out is a 6-month deferred adjudication. This is a very serious agreement that you're entering into now. This is a type of probation that if you complete successfully, you do not end up with a conviction on your record, but you cannot tell people it was dismissed. It doesn't get dismissed. You do a probation, complete it successfully if you do, and you don't end up with a conviction. Do you understand the difference? You give up nearly every right known to man by entering into this agreement, telling us that you can complete this. And if you don't, you're facing an entire year in jail. Do you understand? You're giving up a lot of rights. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, you are stuck with this until you complete it successfully or it gets revoked. If you do something to violate this agreement, like you pick up a new case, you don't do your class on time, you don't do your community service, I'm going to issue a warrant for your arrest, and we're going to have a hearing to see if you violated. If you do, you're looking an entire year. Do you understand? You still want to do this?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to the illuminating an aircraft with a laser pointer improperly? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'm not going to find you guilty. I'm going to withhold it for 6 months. You will do an effective decision-making class, thinking for a change. No drugs, alcohol, 25 hours of community service. Did you graduate from high school? Okay, what are you doing now?
Electrical. I do electrical.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. I want you to maintain full-time employment while you're under probation as well. I'll make you a deal. If you do well, you get everything done quick, I'll take you off in half the time. Meaning get your classes done, be nice to everybody. And if you do that, we can take you off in half the time as a reward. But if you mess up, it's not gonna go well. Do you understand?
So.
All right, bud. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Thanks, John. Okay.